Hey guys, Earl Henderson, Primordial Defense. Thank you for watching. So I did a video on replacing some pouches on my duty belt with newer pouches, and I alluded to the reason why I did it was because on my OC pouch a while back, the pouch failed and it came off the belt on me. And the OC pouch I got the same time when I got the baton pouch, when I got the magazine pouch, and when I got the belt. And the material that was on the back for the OC pouch was this kind of material. I have no idea what the name of this kind of material is. It's kind of a soft, I don't want to say rubberish plastic, but is a pretty soft plastic, and it's obviously, you know, not the style of mounting that I'd prefer, at least today. Back then, you know, I didn't really have a whole lot of thought into it. Today, you know, now knowing what I know, if you're going to get duty gear, you should get attachments that are, you know, kind of like this. I think these stay on a whole lot better. If you can afford it and you can get it all the Tech Lock stuff, I think, is the most superb way to go. But with that being said, I ended up replacing some pouches on my belt due to their age after I saw the OC pouch just catastrophically fail. I wasn't doing anything high speed with the OC pouch. I just sat in the car and I was on the laptop, and my outer vest was pressing up against the OC pouch, which I keep the OC pouch to my front, and so the outer vest was pressing on it a little bit, and then I felt just a snap, and I looked down and my OC pouch was leaning forward, which this part was still behind the belt, so it hadn't, you know, fallen off yet. And I was like, what the crap? So took that pouch off, took some pictures, did some inspecting, and when I went to squeeze on it, this material just sort of, I don't want to say disintegrated, but it kind of disintegrated and just tore very easily, like it was dry rotted or something like that. So I've replaced this pouch with a newer pouch. This pouch is probably close to 10 years or older. It's been through a lot, I guess you could say. Externally, it has some discoloration on it, what have you, but other than that, I mean, it still looks good. Over here on the side, some stitching's coming loose, and if I pull on it more, then it comes out pretty easily. No big deal, because it's to the back of you, right? You want to be able to see it. It's more of a, at this point, more of a cosmetic thing, unless, you know, you can say that it's going to cause the whole pouch to come apart. The biggest concern is this mounting bracket right here, and the material is made of and its age. So I was looking at the pouches, and on the video from when I was replacing the pouches, I took the magazine pouch here and I flexed on it some, and it didn't come apart like the OC pouch did. But off camera, I was looking at this and I saw this little chip right here missing. And then just now, when I was turning around looking at this, I could see a little chip right there missing. So I'm willing to bet that if I put any amount of pressure on this little chipped area, it might just come apart. Well, maybe not so much. On this one, I started to do it and I could see it, and I was like, oh, I need to make a video on this. So it looks perfectly fine, right? Put pressure on it, boom. Watch how that just comes apart so easily. And then boom, your in this case, the baton pouch is now off the belt. And then I'll see if I can So up here is the threading where they threaded this piece into the body of the baton pouch. I'll just do this. You should see, like I saw in the OC pouch, it just break away from the threads. Or separate rather. See how it just kind of peels off real easy? Like that was super easy, super quick. Then I'll just flex this, see if I can replicate it. Okay, so maybe it's not going to break in the same way that the other side's broke, but you know, you can tell that it's just old. I'm sure brand new, yeah, it wouldn't have done this as easily, but over time, maybe, you know, this material, you know, being against my body and down here in Kentucky in the summer months, just, you know, sweating buckets, maybe perspiration, you know, salt or whatever had something to do with degrading it. You know, even the temperature and everything itself being out in the heat, and then going into the cold of the winter, we can get some pretty cold winter down here. And I'm sure probably a lot of you people up north are probably laughing like, hey, you don't know what cold is. You know, our varying weather here in Kentucky, plus, you know, just sweating a whole lot into it is, you know, maybe a reason why this material has failed like this. Plus its age. You know, I'd say brand new, right out the box back in 2007, 2008, whenever I got this. You know, 2 years in of weather and sweating, it wouldn't have come apart like this. But you know, you get a decade of life on it, and it just, you know, deteriorates after time. So I wanted to make that short little video to show you that on the outside it looked perfectly fine, but just the slightest little bit of the right pressure and pulling, it just, I mean, it came apart like paper, and well, not like paper, but you get the analogy, you get what I'm saying. It just came apart too easy. And this magazine pouch, it has a little dent right there, like where a piece of the material came loose, and I really want to see if I can get it to come apart. But and I know there's probably some people out there like, what are you doing? That's a perfectly good magazine pouch, don't destroy it. Well, it's not going apart. Even if I can't get it apart, I'm still not going to use this anymore, just for the simple fact because I've seen the material fail on this just like that, and on my OC pouch. So you know, gear is disposable. It does have a shelf life. You got to get rid of it after a while, and that's what I'm doing right now. Some gear can last a lot longer. You know, the belt that I got, you know, unless the buckles fail, the belt itself is pretty solid. I don't see it going anywhere. But you know, these attachments and stuff, I mean, they're just not meant to last forever. So you got to replace it, and hopefully, you know, you can replace it before it fails in a moment of absolute need. Like, it would suck balls to be in a fight and you're crawling on the ground or something, and this damn magazine pouch rips off your belt, and you get to where you're at and you need to do a reload, and you can't do a reload because your magazine's on the ground 30 feet back the other direction, and you can't go back that way. Inspect your gear, make sure it's still in fighting condition, and if it's not, get it back into fight mode. Earl Henderson, Primordial Defense, thank you for watching.